Hey YouTube, today I want to talk about printing. Printing your photography is a really special part of photography that doesn't get talked about a lot. We're so obsessed with gear and pixels and cameras, but printing your work brings it to life. It's really hard to describe the feeling you get when you see your artwork framed in your house. It brings a sense of pride and joy to your home and your hobby. So today I want to talk about how I print my photos. What do I look for? What kind of settings do I care about so that everything prints properly? So today I want to walk through how I do it, do a new fresh print, and today I decided to do a metal print. You may not know about metal prints, but this is something that's available at most print stores, and it's really beautiful and special. For starters, you don't have to frame a metal print. It comes with a frame already, which you can mount right on the wall, and it has a nice seamless look to it. So it's edge to edge, no border required. It looks really nice on the wall and has this kind of shine to it that contrast and color just really pop out. It's beautiful. The other thing I want to talk about that a lot of people are concerned about with these days is size, megapixel size. How big can I print with 20 megapixels, 30, 50, 60, and so on and so forth. Everybody's worried about not having a strong enough camera. I'm here to tell you, relax guys. Don't worry about that so much. And I want to show you an example to prove my point. I shoot with the Canon 6D Mark I. It's a 20 megapixel camera. And this is a print that is 16 by 24. So it's huge. And I actually cropped this photo by a third. So this is only a third of the raw photo you're looking at. So if a third of a 20 megapixel raw photo can enlarge to 16 by 24, imagine what a full photo could size up to. You can see every strand of this girl's hair. And it's incredible the amount of detail a proper crisp shot out of a 20 megapixel camera can do. It's unbelievable how much you can get out of this. And there's additional software out there that can make it look even better. Also worth mentioning is this is a canvas print. So there's a texture to it that should technically make it look even blurrier, and it's sharp even through the texture. So let's take a look at how I process the photo that I'm going to print, and then I'll actually show you what the print looks like when it's done to prove my case in point. So the first thing we want to do is check the color profile. We're going to do that by going to Edit, Convert to Profile, and confirm that the source space is sRGB. Most printers accept sRGB because they know most people are not printers themselves and they're not experienced in CMYK colors. So they've fine-tuned their equipment to work with sRGB. Next we're going to jump into the info panel and we're going to check the panel options and make sure that we're reading total ink and CMYK color as readouts so that when we mouse over parts of our image, top left of the info panel, it shows 298 total ink. So what that tells us is that this is a good, deep, dark black that will print really well. Most photo paper will print around 300 total ink. 300 total ink plus is reserved for very special papers and special printers that can actually hold that much ink. Next, we'll start to check some of the other colors on our file. And looking at the CMYK readouts, we'll notice that when we go into this really nice, vibrant blue, we see an exclamation point on all of the numbers. It's a good thing that we did this because what it's telling us is that CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, the printer cannot print this. Ink doesn't support it. Only screens can really handle that type of vibrancy because this image is sRGB. So to fix that, we're going to need to bring the blue down to get rid of that exclamation point to a value that is printable. And we can see here it's gone. And the reason we want to do this and not let the printer control that is that if they have an automated solution, it might turn purple instead of blue, and we don't want that. We want to see on our screen and have it represented before we send it. So we're ensuring what we're going to get. The last part is we're going to change the DPI. First, let's change the rulers to show inches so that when we go into image size, to check the size of the image on how big we can print this, make sure resample is turned off. So let's change it to 300 DPI. 300 DPI is for most photos that you're going to get printed. And we can see here that it changed to about 12 by 9 inches. So it's saying that that is the largest size it should be printed at 300 DPI. So let's go over to Costco and let's look at their prints. Their smallest metal print is 11 by 14 and our image is 9 by 12. So I'll let you in on a little secret. Most experienced printers and experienced retouchers who deal with images frequently, especially printing them, know that you can actually get away with about 50% larger file sizes than Photoshop tells you. It's not recommended and some quality will suffer a little bit, but it's hardly noticeable, especially at farther distances. Generally don't go over 50% file size. So if we do the math on that, just multiply your inches by 1.5 to get the 50% increase in size, and you can see we can print up to 13 by 18. So the prints arrived. Let's open it up together on camera for the first time, and we'll talk about how it went. So you can see it here. It came all nicely wrapped up and protected. Tip for you guys, when you get this in the store, open it up there to just check the edges and make sure it was a good print. One of the first ones I did had like a chip in the corner and they redid it for free. So check it while you're in the store and save yourself a trip. And then you can see the mounting on the back. It comes with the screws and everything. Let's take a look. This photo was taken on a GoPro. This was a buddy who just attached it to the front of the surfboard. Actually, it was the surf shop. And I was blown away by how big this GoPro got. Maybe it was a 4K version or something. You can get away with a lot more than I think a lot of people realize. So the colors look great. Just pops because it's got this nice metallic shine. The whites show up really well. They're really striking. The water and the splashing bubbles almost have a 3D effect that kind of pops out at you. It's kind of neat. And you can see the blues came out really nice. It represented well. If you look at it from this close, you can see a little bit of low resolution in some of the areas from the sizing up, but realistically, who in their right mind is looking at a printed picture this close? Normally it's hanging up on a wall and you're at least a couple feet away. And from here, it looks unbelievable. So I'm really happy with this. If you enjoyed this and learned something, please hit like and subscribe. Visit DemaninPhotography.com or my Instagram for even more info. Bye for now.